have descended on Bed-Stuy because there were ants at the mansion all over not all over, but constantly seeing them
Yeah.
at the kitchen sink, on my prep table. I'm like, what y'all? This is attack of the ants. They're everywhere.
The plague.
My sister is my next door neighbor, and they're having trouble with the ants too. These ants are like, they on attack or something.
Mm,
And I feel like you see them following the trail. They
yeah.
look frenzied, like
Ah,
they bugging out or something. I don't know.
man,
They're
listen,
downstairs in my daughter's apartment too. They're everywhere.
you might have to get vicious and get you some Raid or some Zebo or
Yes, I did get the what did you say, Vibo?
Zebo with a Z.
Um, Sticks, or it was supposed to be more potent than the regular. I can't remember the other company.
Yeah.
No, it's all the same stuff, or at least you think. They're
Yeah.
not scared. They're not even going. It hasn't even phased them. So right now I feel creepy crawly
Oh my
because
goodness.
I picked up something. The next thing I know, they was on my hand. I was like, oh,
Mm,
oh,
yeah.
no food to eat. Get off of
Sherry
me.
Jane. I'm sorry, but Kenny says put down mix a little sugar with boric acid, get some boric acid, and
But that's old school.
yeah,
Well, old school works,
it
but
works.
it's
That's it.
it's
and
crazy.
put
But
it in
right now,
the trail that they come in, Sherry, just line, where you see them
I'm
marching in the
telling you, they're
grass.
everywhere.
Well,
And
Lord,
right now,
the
I want
big
my
black ant.
headpieces. I ain't got time to be
My,
chasing
my.
nothing. There ain't nobody else doing nothing around here, child, please.
Wow.
Yeah, it's on me.
Oh my.
Bo wants me to get an exterminator. I said, you got exterminator money? When it comes to exterminators, the new school exterminators, they start off at $150. Give me a break.
Then the funny thing, I don't know. The
Buy
last
the boric acid for under $5. I mean, come on.
it's funny because the last time I had an exterminator, it seemed like they made the problem worse.
Hmm.
And they said, "Oh, it's gonna get worse before it get better." No, it don't.
Hmm.
Where they do that at?
Exactly.
That's not what I know. I'm gonna have to find out that stuff my mother used to have. My mother used to have this stuff that looked like milk, and she couldn't throw it out in anything public. It had to be disposed, like the empty can of it had to be thrown out somewhere. On the side of the can it says may
Toxic.
disrupt wildlife, birds, fish, all kinds of things. I'm like, I don't know where she got that from, but I remember she got it from this extermination place in Philly on 22nd and Lehigh. All I know, that's what I remember. I'm gonna have to find out what that is because it killed everything.
Uh-oh.
Because my mom was the type, if she seen one crawly anything, the whole house getting cleaned up. Take that stuff out, get your laundry out, take everything out, all the drawers, take everything out, all the dishes out, take everything out, take everything out.
Yeah,
Like,
because they hide. And
like,
next
oh
thing
my
you know,
God.
like
We
I'm
be like,
saying,
oh,
today is our on third, or usually on Wednesdays I start putting out garbage. But I said, let me take this can out. It's full to the top. Next thing I see, it's a swarm of
mhm.
ants everywhere. I was like, oh my God.
Well, this
Yep.
is
It
a
was
lesson
busy
for
last night.
everybody. This is a lesson for everybody. If you got this going on, look for the milky stuff. Get you some
The
boric
milky
acid.
stuff.
Yes, get you some boric acid. Get you some things, because we don't got time for none of it. No,
No, no.
none of that. We busy. We
I
too.
don't need nothing to zap my creative energy. I'm doing my best to
Yes.
stay in my creative zone and still get the rest of my, house in order.
It's time for some girls time. Now,
Girl.
it's like, okay, I've been in this long enough. It's time for some other. energy now. So it's time for some girl time. So I pulled our cards today and I like both of them. The first one, it says, I know that I can create miracles in my life. My innate creativity surprises me and delights me. And then the second one says, as I say yes to life, life says yes to me. Life mirrors my every thought. As I keep my thoughts positive, life brings to me only good experiences. You know, I always say if you think about what you've been thinking about, you can see what you're thinking about in your life. So, what have you been thinking about? Because thoughts are things. Doesn't matter what you believe. All you got to do is see what's in here, and I promise you, you'll see it out there. Like, oh, is that really happening? Yes, the way it's exactly the way that you've been thinking things are. So stop thinking about what you've been thinking about and switch it up and think about something good. Think about something positive. Think about something that you want versus what you don't want. So let me jump into our 5 minutes of gratitude. It says, wear gratitude like a cloak and it will feed every corner of your life. Rumi. Um, y'all know what a cloak is? That's an old that's an old term for a cape.
Like a cape. Yeah, cape.
Yes, yes. It's so funny because I said something like that to my kids, and they're like, "What? What is that?" You know, cape. Say cape. It's like saying thee and thou in the Bible. What that mean? Oh yeah, okay, got it. So fill in the four blanks. A quality of one of my closest friends that I absolutely love. When I appreciate what I appreciate most about this moment, an opportunity I have today that I only dreamt about having previously, something about me that's worth celebrating. My capacity for joy is limitless. My potential for love is infinite. Infinite. I love that. Today is July 10th. We are in the summertime. We are in the summer. Let me jump into our deep breath of life daily inspiration for heart centered living. And it starts with the words immediate results. Immediate results. And it says, only infinite patience begets immediate results. A Course in Miracles. It says, in my rush to leave my house one morning, I walked through a screen door. As I hastily reached to take the patio chair out of the rain, I did not see that the sliding screen door was closed. And I ran right into it, tearing the bottom. That this got my attention. I stepped back, took a few deep breaths, and asked, what is the lesson here? Quickly, the inner voice said, slow down. The thought that your life is moving too slowly is a sign that you are moving too fast. Rushing never improves the quality of our life or the results we seek. To the contrary, it muddies our vision and causes us to make errors that cost us twice as much time and energy to repair. The universe is proceeding with perfect timing. If you believe it is not an error in the universe, but in your perception. My friend was late driving to her therapy session and got stuck behind a slowpoke on the highway. After honking and cursing at the driver in front of her, she finally had a clearing to pass. When she did, she discovered the driver was her therapist. Trust Trust that you have enough time to do everything that needs to be done. Love does not worry or force, it flows. Relax into what is happening, and the peace you enjoy will be accompanied by the clarity and efficiency you gain. Help me to know that all things are unfolding naturally. God's timing is perfect. God's timing is perfect. um it's funny because I don't know about you, sometimes when I'm rushing and I go to run and get in the car, I forget something, And then I have to get out the car, go back in the house, go get what I forgot. And I go back and I get in the car and I realize I forgot something else. Before it's all said and done, I done ran back in and out the house 3 different times. And then finally I said, wait a minute, slow down. Why are we rushing?
Yep.
I swear, and it bugs me out. I'm like, why did I just went in the house 3 times?
Yeah, I couldn't find my Metro, my Omni card, and I knew I was like, what did I have on last? Where did I go? Why isn't it in my wallet? And
Yeah.
my brain got all wrapped around that. And there was something important that I needed to do, and I left it here in the house. I was like, dang.
Every single
And
time,
I went to the city, so it was no,
flip
I
back.
gotta go to the place again. I don't even know if I want to do the work with that particular place because I don't know what they're going to charge me. And um and I'm in this, I need to stay in my production mode and get ready for this photo shoot. I can't
Yeah.
be running everywhere.
Yeah, I decided I'm going to need another pair of earrings. I'm going to need them in gold. So you let me know when you have time for that production. You need the same ones in gold.
Gold and black?
Yes.
Okay. Because I like to put
Or
brown with
whatever,
gold
whatever,
sometimes,
whatever
but
you want to put. You can put whatever you want. I just want the main part, the
Africa to
extra
be
part to
gold.
be gold. But whatever else you do is clearly up to your creativity. I'm sure I'm going to love it.
Well, I'm
See,
gonna show you something.
see how y'all do. Y'all could just order right online. Order while y'all talking. What you need? We got people that got things. Oh yes, that's it.
But these are yellow. They're not
Are
gold.
they yellow?
They're yellow, and I was gonna use blue leather
Oh,
because
hmm.
I thought yellow and blue would be a
It
nice
does.
accent.
Yellow and blue definitely go together. I have this beautiful yellow dress and it has blue flowers all over it. And I absolutely, that's one of my favorite dresses. But then I'll only be able to wear it with that. Then I'll have to buy, then you know what I'll do? I'll buy a lot of yellow and buy a lot of blue. I'll just start buying things to match that so I can wear it more. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Um,
Sherry,
yes, dear.
um, someone wanted my piece because it disappeared. I didn't lose it, it disappeared. So I need some more calories. You can make something different, but so that I can wear it in my head piece around my neck.
Mm-mm.
Um,
There you go.
it's living somewhere else. I don't know.
People do that. People do that. Let me see how that look. And then all of a sudden it's
No, they didn't do it straight up like that. It just disappeared. And I know where I put it and it wasn't there no more. So it got up and walked on
Mhm.
out on somebody's
Yep. Mm-hmm.
in somebody's pocket, but that's all right.
Listen, I say it to
Karma is a you know what, well served.
yes,
Well,
yes,
it
yes,
anyway, so I can have something new
yep.
anyway. You know what I like. You
Okay.
did it. And some more earrings too. Thank you.
See, just order what you need right here. We right here together. We have such talented people in this space. Man, I just
People
can't.
coveted it. They kept saying, "Oh, I like it." I'll
Yeah,
say, "Yeah, okay."
yeah. Uh-huh. That's okay. They're gonna forget one day and wear it while you around.
I don't care. I wouldn't want it back after they glommed on it. It's time. I'm in my new space, getting ready to go be an endowed chair at Western Michigan University. So I need some endowed chair looking stuff.
Yes, I love that. So, yes, and I just watched a YouTube video yesterday about the empowered woman and what she allows in her space. And chaos and clutter is not one of them. And so she started to go down the list, this particular lady, and then she said, I am releasing a lot of things that no longer fit. And so she said, I'm going to start in a spot that I know is going to be difficult for us ladies. And she said, we're going to start in the underwear drawer. She said anything. She said, I got this favorite bra. I love it so much. And every time I put it on, it's got that wire that stick me like over here. And she said, but I love it. She said, but I had to release it. It does not serve. That is not what powerful women wear underneath their powerful clothes. So she started there and then the socks and then the shirts and then and just went through everything. And it's funny that that will show up because that's exactly what I have been doing because I'm not taking a lot of the things that I have now into the new space.
Mm-mm, me either.
Yeah, so
See,
it
I'm releasing everything because this house is going to another happy family. So
hmm. And so when you are even if you're not changing space, the one thing about space, you can always change the space by what's in the space. You can always change the space by whether you put up some new wallpaper, new paint, new pictures, new carpeting, new knickknacks around the room. You can change the energy of the room just by doing that. So it is so important for us to get to the place where everything is as it should be. Everything is as so. One of the people asked me about the lake house, right? And what I said was, I want my home to feel like I'm on vacation. I don't want a life that I need a vacation from. I don't want a life that I want a vacation from. I want my life to be a vacation. I want it to feel like a vacation when I wake up. And if I choose to geographically go on vacation, that's another thing. But when I'm at home, it has to feel as peaceful and as wonderful as a vacation feels. Yes, Deb, adding plants. Plants changes everything. Plants, flowers. I bought so many flowers yesterday that I have 4 vases of flowers in my space right now. I asked Baby Rose, I said, would you like flowers in your room? No, probably has bugs in them. Like, fine. I'll keep my flowers and whatever bugs are in my flowers with me. Here's one of them right here. So pretty. And I got some lilies. They had lilies, yellow lilies, and deep, 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 deep purple lilies. And
I've
I got
never seen a purple lily.
Oh my God, they are so well, maybe they're not lilies. I don't know. They look like lilies, but they are so pretty. So
My mother's favorite was gladiolas.
yes, that's one of my favorites too. Gladiolas. I love them so much. There used to be a store in Philly I can go to and get a whole big bundle of them for like $10, any color. I haven't seen them in Georgia. I haven't seen them anywhere in Georgia. So I don't know that they grow here. Might have to grow my own. But absolutely thinking about what your space looks like, what your space feels like, what even the energy of the space is. Sometimes we need to light a candle, burn some sage, some Palo Santo, some a diffuser or something to change everything about it. Sometimes you got to open the windows and let it all air out, especially if you're feeling stagnant in your energy. If your
Mhm.
energy is feeling stagnant in the house, energy is feeling stagnant around you, or you feel stuck in your creativity, change the energy in the room. Get rid of some stuff, move some things around. You ever change your bedroom around? Maybe move the bed from this wall to that wall, move the night table, get a lamp, do something, and it changes the whole energy of the room. Sometimes you just got to do things to change the energy of the room, of the house, all of that. And then sometimes a good old vacuum, a good old dusting. Go ahead, Dad.
Ben Rising, that is so true, changing the energy of the room. And so I bought a sunflower plant and then I went crazy. I did my deck and started putting all these flowers. The sunflowers are amazing. I've never had a sunflower plant. I love palms. I
Yes,
love really tall palms.
yes,
And so I was finally able to get that. But I just wanted to share with you and the group. I love nature, and that's probably why I feel so good about where I am now.
yes.
And I like trails. So I found a trail not too far from me. And it looked a little secluded for me because I was alone. So I thought, let me move on to another one. So I found another trail and I did it. But then because I didn't know enough about it, my physical therapist told me about an app called Trailhead. So I'm going to look into that because it'll kind of give you information about how far it is, how challenging it may be, how many people, the population. So for me, if it's completely secluded, I'm thinking, I don't know the area. I don't know the people. I'm not
Yeah.
comfortable. So
Yeah.
I moved on. But what I also learned in a magazine, I found a health food store. So I'm very excited. And they talked about forest therapy. I've never heard of it. And
Mm.
hmm. So there's this whole thing on this new path to wholeness. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, Darlena.
No, I haven't.
It's forest therapy, and it's rooted in Japanese practice. It's called forest bathing. It looks like Shinru Yola. Of course, I may not be pronouncing it correctly, but these walks are designed to promote emotional well-being through mindfulness, sensory engagement, and connection with the natural world.
Say
Mm.
those Japanese words again.
Okay, so it's it's a Japanese practice called Shirin. It's Shinrin,
Oh,
Shirin
Sharon.
hyphen
Okay.
Yoku, or
Cool.
Yoku. I'm sorry, Yoku.
Yoku. Okay, sounds less Japanese and more
Because probably the way I'm saying it,
Debonese. Yeah.
yeah,
No,
the
it's
way that I'm,
fine. It
yeah.
just came out so loud. I said, what?
But this is like, I guess someone is integrating traditional psychotherapy and
Hmm.
what they call ecotherapy, which is a new term for me, in her practice, right? I mean, for me, I'm just taking a walk through the forest, which they say is really healing. It's very good to
Yes.
to be in the forest, to walk with nature. You think about grounding and all those type of things, but apparently it improves the cortisol levels, lowers the blood pressure, and it apparently it lasts for several days. But I just wanted to share because I'd never heard of it. I'm going to learn more about it and share with the group. I think it's phenomenal for those who enjoy trail.
Sounds phenomenal. First of
Right?
all, I'm looking at the chat, and Alan said that you should get an anteater, Sherry.
What the? I mean, where I'm going to Brazil to get that? I'm gonna get an anteater.
He could bring you one back the next time he go.
Really? Okay. I know one thing. They
Amazon.
better not come in my bedroom. That's all I know.
Oh my God. And then
Lay their ass in the
He said
kitchen.
hug a tree.
yes, hug a tree.
That's right. I saw someone doing that the other day.
I've done it. It is
My
a
Yeah.
husband had a friend who used to hug trees all the
Yeah.
time.
it's a thing.
It's
It
a
is
It
thing.
is a
A
thing.
whole thing.
One of the Hallelujah sisters hugs trees all the time.
there is something that happens when you do it.
She says the trees talk to her.
Mm.
The trees talk to me too.
Hmm.
So let me
Evelyn, the
so
Puerto Rican girl, lady,
I've
young
taken
woman.
pictures of lots of trees, right? And it's usually because the tree gets my attention. And
She
it's like
says they call her. Yeah, they call her and
and
she
I'm
hugs
and
them and
I'm
talk to her.
walking through and I say, "Oh, I see you.
Yeah.
There's this tree that has arms like this, and like this, and no other tree on this stretch is like that."
Uh-huh.
So immediately when I'm driving by, I see that tree, like that tree. Every time I'm coming up on it,
It sees you.
And even here where we live, there's probably 50 trees around the house. So it's certain ones that I notice even more than others.
He
So
calls you.
absolutely, I agree. There's even science that speaks to hugging trees. There's science that when your body chemistry clock is out of whack, you can literally lay on the ground, ground yourself, and when you do, it can bring a woman's menstrual cycle in order just by laying on the ground. I'm like, laying on the ground. Okay. So you know that there's all science about just putting your feet on the ground. We are all one. God has given us everything we need to regulate ourselves, to regulate our bodies, to use the remedies that grow naturally. So all of this is a part of it. All,
As a child in the country, you spend a lot of your time barefoot in the summertime. See, we have shoes on all the time, and so we don't ground, and we live in concrete buildings and not wood, and we don't ground ourselves anymore. We don't. We're under artificial light. We don't go to the sun,
mhm. And
so
the
that's
sun is
hard on our human body because it's not natural.
even when somebody is saying that a person is lacking in vitamin D, literally standing in the sun will raise the vitamin D levels in your body. It's direct vitamin. It's the best vitamin D you can get. And then you can add some vitamin D with some K2 and all the other things that bring it up. But the sun is your natural source of that. You know, the thing that we are learning, the more we move through the things that we move through, that we are so far away from the way that it was always done. Our parents let us go outside. We was in the backyard with no shoes on and all that kind of stuff. They probably didn't even know that that was the best way for us to be. They just ain't want us to wear out our good shoes. Take my good clothes off, take my good shoes off. Go on, do what you're doing. But it's all of those old school things that are no longer done. We have more childhood obesity than ever because kids are no longer playing. Parents aren't taking their kids to the playground. They're sitting them in front of games, iPads, and all these other things. And what people don't realize is all of that electronic stuff is not good for their eyes, it's not good for their brain development. Do you know there's shows like Coco Melon? I don't think they said Gracie's Corner, or they might have said Gracie's Corner. Those new shows that those kids are so engrossed in are terrible for brain development. Too much light, too much color, too much moving around is yes, overstimulation on so many levels. Soon as the word boop boop boop, Coco Melon, the kids stop. They have videos of these kids stopping when they see it. Or that's the other one, Miss Rachel. Miss Rachel's show is also one of the ones that is not good for kids. As soon as she says hello, the kids turn around, hello. And we as parents, we don't see anything wrong with it. We don't know that there's things that's happening in there that are causing our kids' brains to not develop properly. So we have to go back old school. You got to get your kids back watching Sesame Street. They didn't do that. Go ahead, Sabrina.
Good morning, everybody. I was just reading the other day, Darlena, where it said Morgan and Morgan have a class action lawsuit, well, worldwide lawsuit
Mm-hmm.
against. I can't think of the name of the company, but whoever it is, it said for type 2 diabetes in kids, the cost of a lot of the foods that they give us over here and the kids over here is banned in other countries.
Absolutely. We just
And I was just reading it, and I was like, when you just said something about diabetes, it made me think about it. A friend of mine, her son, he's been a diabetic since he was 8.
See?
I mean, having to give himself shots and all of that. And I'm like, what in the world?
Yeah.
So yeah, that just made me think about him. You had said something about diabetes, and it is because nobody's outside playing anymore. The food is
Full of bad stuff, full of sugar and crap and all of that. And it's so like parents today, the things that they have to be mindful of are nothing like what we had to be mindful of when our kids were little. We have to be mindful of all the food. We got to be mindful of how much screen time. We have to be mindful of all of that. These kids are there's these pictures of kids who I think Dr. Loretta saw a little girl who was trying to swipe a book, trying to swipe a book. How much screen time are you on that you swiping books? Like literally, like the book don't swipe. What kind of book is this? It's not interactive. So they're not getting the things that we're used to giving our kids. And truly, I say to you, so much of the food is banned in other countries. When that candy and all that stuff comes in, they slap a sticker on it so that the people in their country understand this may cause hyperactivity, ADHD, and other problems in your child and cognitive development or something. I'm gonna find that sticker and see what that sticker says because if you look at banned US foods in other countries, you're gonna find all this stuff. And there's companies right now being sued here in the United States. I want to say General Mills is one of them about how they make Fruit Loops here with chemical dyes, but Fruit Loops for other countries is made with fruit juice. So the other countries they give the real good stuff, but here in the United States they give the kids terrible stuff. And
right.
so it's this lady. She's been on all these stages, speaking at Congress and saying it's some kind of mom group, and this mom group is suing these cereal companies and other companies that give other countries better food than they give us in the United States. And it's really kind of disheartening what's happening in the US when it comes to so many things. These other countries give free health care. They care a little bit more about how their workers show up. Because at the end of the day, the people that's being affected is the everyday person that is working to make the world a better place. The people working in the hospitals, the people working at the grocery stores, all of these people are important people. We need them.
So Darlena, what are we going to do about the adults who don't even look up when they walking through the streets? They walk right in front of your car. They walk straight down the. I mean,
It's a setup.
it is a setup, and it is. Um, yeah, it's that people are definitely being wired to. Um, I think they don't. I think they've lost their mind. I
To be
can't imagine. I'm walking. I see it more than not.
Mhm.
And you would think in a busy place like New York, you could walk down the street and see at least 5 people in their phones.
I
And they're not
saw a
in
lady
their
walk
phones
right
looking
into the
for
pool at the
direction.
mall.
They're in their phone. And I'm like, this shit is scary because
It's
who like
a setup. It's a
it's a
setup.
setup. Yeah.
Know that they're walking in the setup. Yes.
Like you said, the revolution will not be televised.
Yes.
It's bananas to me. And what's even more bananas, the mother or the father that's in their phone, got the dog, pushing the carriage. I'm
Yep.
like, this should be your time with your child.
Listen, I have seen people pushing their child with the phone like this,
Yes. Yes.
and then they walk right into the street. And what goes first? the
The
carriage.
carriage. And
Like,
what's going to happen when something really happens?
yes,
Well,
yes,
if you hit them, it's going to be your fault.
Yeah, that
absolutely.
part too, because I was in the car with my sister yesterday traveling some way, and somebody walked out of nowhere right in front of the car, and he was damn in he was glued to the phone. And
Mm-hmm.
it's not, it's all walks of life because it's
Yes,
not just affluent people, it's everybody.
everybody. It's
Everybody. I
all a part
remember
of,
I was fighting getting a cell phone, and I went to a funeral in the Bronx. I got on the bus. I swear to God, every passenger was on the phone. And at that time, I was like, I can't believe this.
yeah.
That's why I don't want a phone.
It's set up.
Person.
It's the whole
And they were to having these, it wasn't important conversations. It was loud and ghetto. And
stuff you can
I
wait.
said, oh,
It can wait.
Jesus.
I ask myself a lot of times when I'm doing things, can this
Can
call
this wait? That's right.
can it wait? Can it wait? Because think about it. There was a time when if you were in your car or you left your house, you wouldn't get your messages till you got back home.
That's right. And
So
everything survived. The
yeah.
only thing that made me I finally succumbed to having a cell phone because Lonnie was going to school in Harlem and Bo was at the daycare and I was running a cafe. I was like, okay, I guess I need a phone.
Yes.
And I'm driving sometimes by myself, places. I said, okay, I guess I need.
Yes, yes. It definitely can be that, but I don't know about Android phones, but Apple phone gives you a record of your screen time every week. Lets you know how much time you're spending on the phone. And if you see your screen time is more than a week, like you were on for 44 hours in a week, then that tells me that you put in an 8-hour job every day for a week. And what's the benefit? What did you get? They're calling it the death scroll when people
Mm.
just start scrolling and they're scrolling and they're scrolling and they're scrolling and they're scrolling. Ha ha ha. Oh, that's sad. Scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And before you know it, hours and hours have gone by. You haven't gotten done anything that you said you was going to get done. And this happens to me too. I'm not what's the word? I'm not immune to it.
No,
It
because you pick
continues
up your
to happen.
phone. I'll pick up my phone for one thing, and then
Mhm.
all these other notifications are lit up. And before I know, I was like, what the hell was I looking for? I
Yes.
just put the phone down.
Yes.
The
Yes.
phone
Yes.
down.
Yes.
Let me get to what I'm supposed to be really doing. Put the phone down.
Yes, yes. Yvette said bigger populations suffer the cost effect for higher number of population. The reason why lower populations get better food. The whole thing when it comes to the population. A lot of things that is being done. We have to realize that it's being strings pulled bigger than we are. A lot of things that's happening is for population control. So the more things they do to knock us off, to get us to kill ourselves and all that kind of stuff. Up, we got 10 of them gone. Up, we got this amount gone. Up, we got this because it's too many people. It's too many people. And then Bridget said it takes away from connection with each other. The screen connection is not the same as a heart to heart connection. True. They said we are connected but disconnected. We think that because we read what somebody is doing, that that's the same as having the conversations with them. Danny says when she goes to the nail salon, she brings a book with her and she keeps a book in her purse. Absolutely. My goal now is to read a book a week. And so you can't be on social media trying to read a book a week. Like I have all these great books. I wish I could just hold it to my head like this and get all the knowledge out of it. But the only way I'm gonna get the knowledge out of it is if I read it. So I'm definitely limiting what I'm doing. I just got a new um, posting program, and I hope that it works the way that I think it's gonna work. If it works the way I think it's gonna work, then I won't have to be scrolling at all. My stuff will automatically post, and I won't have to. Because what happens is when I go to post, that's when I start looking at stuff. Like, get on here, handle your business, and get off. Like, what are you doing? Is what happens. So we have so many things to be mindful of, not just not just ourselves, but our children, our grandchildren, to make sure that, the things that they're being exposed to, is on the up and up. Sometimes you can't tell your kids what to do, but you can just be a, what's the word? You can be a participant in the good stuff. Mama, I'm gonna take you to the park, okay? Uh-huh. Yep. And then you just do the things that you can do, and let them remember, oh, it was so much fun when I went to the park. My grandmom used to take me to the mountain all the time. Like whatever it is that you do, just do your part, and let them get those fond memories with you, and then they'll remember it, they'll do it, and then they'll do it with their kids, and so on and so on. So we'll just continue to do what we know to do and take it from there.
Yes,
With that being said, Dr. Long, will you please give us our prayer for today?
yes. Uh-oh.
We can hear you. Don't touch nothing.
Don't touch nothing.
Mm-mm.
Don't touch anything.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, let me just say, hey, Ronnie. Ronnie in the building.
Okay,
Slide up,
Ronnie.
slid up in here.
Okay. I am blessed going
Yes.
in.
I'm blessed going
I'm
in.
blessed coming out.
I'm blessed coming
I'm
out.
blessed in the city.
Blessed in the city.
I'm blessed in the field.
Blessed in the field.
I am always in the right place at the right time
Always in the right
Always in the right place at the right time.
with the right people,
with the right people.
With the right
doing the right thing
The right thing.
for the right reasons,
People.
and everything's in divine order.
Everything is in divine.
everything is in divine order.
As Jabez says, bless us indeed,
As Jabez says, bless us indeed.
expand our territory,
Expand our territory.
extend an open hand of favor to us,
Extend an open hand of favor to us,
that we may do no harm.
that we may do no harm.
And we let go and let God.
And we let go and let God,
Then go with the flow.
and go with the flow.
And let the blessings and the money roll in
And let the blessings and the money roll in
from the north, south, east, and west,
from the north, south, east, and west,
from above and beneath,
and from above and beneath,
from known and unknown sources.
from known and unknown sources.
Tell us about our money.
We have supernatural unlimited money, sowing supernatural unlimited seeds.
And we live and give from God's overabundance so we never run out.
Never run out.
We always have more than enough.
Yes.
More than enough to do anything we want to do. More than enough to do anything God puts on our hearts to do for others.
Absolutely.
We have money to spend, money to lend, and money to keep. Where's our bank, Bridget?
Heaven.
Heaven.
The bank of heaven. Hallelujah.
What's
That's
the
a
name of
good
your
place to have a bank
What's the name of
account.
your bank? What's the name of your bank? What's the name of
Heaven.
your bank?
Heaven.
Heaven. That's a good place to have a bank account. And guess what? We only use God's overabundance out of his account. We ain't even using our account, Bridget.
Yes, I love it so much. Well, thank you everybody for being here. Have an amazing day on purpose. I'll see you tomorrow, same station. Bye.